How's everyone doing out there today? I'm Dissonance, and thanks for tuning into my channel. I have what I hope is a short video here for you today, because the shorter this video is, that means the less sacred shards I have pulled going for this extra legendary event. Now, during the Crocad fusion, the first summon rush, I was sitting at 12 sacred shards without a legendary, which is the start of Mercy. Pulled for Elva, 7 shards to max it out, well, to max out the fragment rewards, and didn't get her. So I'm sitting at 19 shards deep into Mercy, and I think this is the perfect event for me to try to pull, get lucky on just a couple of shards, hopefully, to get this extra legendary. Now, if you haven't started tracking your Mercy, I do highly recommend it. Will help you take the best advantage of whatever events come your way. I know there's programs out there that do this kind of stuff, or you could kind of just do this little notepad method like I do. Just keep track of the amount of shards you've pulled since your last legendary, and you'll know whether it's better to go for a progressive or a 2x or a extra legendary, depending on how far you are from Mercy or how far you are into Mercy. So because we're sitting at 19 shards, that means every shard should have a 20% escalating by 2% every time to pull a legendary. So we're going to go ahead and start that right here. Now there's some good ones up here for the progressive chance. Just keep in mind on these red, green, blue legendaries, there's so many of them that the progressive chance doesn't mean a whole lot. But we're going to try anyways because there's really good ones out here. Of course, Harima. We won't spend too much time on them, but Harima, an excellent defensive-based nuker, provoker, also has a great damage or a defensive passive that reduces the amount of defense ignore by 50%. It's a pretty big deal. That can really help keep your team alive, especially in PvP content. But she's also a beast in Hydra clan boss and also in general wave content. Armand's the king of wave content. You could put him in and the wave might not ever even take a turn. 2 forms of control with the full turn meter steal, giving himself pretty much a guaranteed extra turn just about, and also a stun. The only big counter to him is now the Wand of Submission. Armand's probably not as high of a priority, although he would generally be your top choice. He's probably not as high of a priority if you have somebody like Fabian from a couple of months ago. He does a lot of similar things, but his CC is a little bit less hard CC. He does True Fears. He does cooldown increasing. So like a mini form of lockouts, but he also does have a petrification that he can put on, and he gets an extra turn if he steals every buff, which is pretty hard to do nowadays with people running Lightning Cage and stuff. But that still does not make him any less useful. Even without the extra turn, he's a madman. Now, of course, 2 excellent offensive attack-based damage dealers. We got a Nishak for the bombs. He's probably the best bomber in the game that's not a mythical. And he gets an extra turn and instantly blows them up, and he is kind of a nuts. And we have Wukong, the Staff of Wonder, which will ignore 50% defense, which you get Helm Smasher proc, you get some ignore defense set. You could be ignoring 100%, and it splashes to everything else. Kind of insane, especially for a free giveaway from maybe about a year, a little over a year ago. Kind of nuts. For me and for my account, the thing I find myself most in need of is actually a defensive nuker. I I don't think I have anybody that qualifies as a defensive nuker in my entire account. Let's see. Defensive champions, and showing all of them. I've got Titus, kind of only works with shields, so very specific comps. Definitely more support and control oriented champions, and that is the extent of my defensive champions. So yeah, so that is what I find myself most in need of, and Harima is who we are pulling for today. Let's go. I'm hoping for 1 shard, maybe 2, but I'm willing to go up to like 4 if I absolutely must. So let's get it right out of the way. Okay, we're starting off with an epic. Lorne the Cutter, not super exciting, but he's an Amius weapon, but we got one of him already. Number 2. An epic again, Sanguinia, fantastic champion. I love Sanguinia, but I already have her built. Don't really need another one of her. This has got to be it, surely. Another epic. Taurus, I mean, he is the best AoE poisoner for an epic. Maybe for all champions, but definitely for an epic. 4 poisons on everyone. But he almost kills himself to do it. Please don't make me go more than 4. Please, game. Oh, we're so deep into Mercy. Ulfaries, definitely a super stud in Faction Wars. But normal Faction Wars for me are done, and I'm very far from being able to start Skinwalkers on hard Faction Wars. Surely this is the one. I'm gonna have to stop saying that, because clearly the game is hearing me and it's not responding positively. Let's keep going. I'd really like to save some of these sacreds for the Shayak fusion, or not fusion, but whatever events for obtaining him. Oh gosh, Flesh Terror is a buff extender, I believe, and a debuff extender as well. Kind of interesting, but very niche. 6 shards. We're at 25 now. Everyone over 12 is 2%. So we're at 32% per shard to pull a legendary. I almost feel like I have to. This is that trap that you get in, right? No matter how well you set yourself up for it, you get into that trap of like, man, I kind of have to go for it now, because I'm so far into Mercy. Like, it really should have been the next one 5 or 6 shards ago, but here we are. It still should be the next one. It's a 1 in 3 chance to pull. It's not helping. It's not helping. Luria's got the block buffs. 1 enemy removes all buffs. Freeze on all enemies at a 75%. It's decent, but not fantastic, I would say. Oh my goodness, how far are we gonna go? Nizana, an HP-based champion. Decrease attack, ally, protect. Definitely a useful kit that I don't know that I necessarily need her, so we move on. Man, 8 shards down, 27 deep into Mercy. Make it 28. That's one of my favorite epics in the entire game. I'll be happy to start empowering him now that my faction guardians are full. But I'm also gonna keep a second copy of him, which I already have set aside, because you never know when you're gonna need 2 Mistrider Dahis. Oh my goodness. I'm fairly certain my account is just bugged now. Chani, not super exciting. Immune to decrease accuracy. You know, that would probably... that could probably be useful in like Frostbiter, maybe. Places HP burn. and doesn't get affected by the decreased accuracy, you know, it could be a thing, but not something I need to worry about right now. We only have 2 shards left. If we don't get this, then that's gonna feel like the biggest waste of all time. Oh, Bushy. I don't even want to talk about Bushy. Gotta be, you know, one of the less exciting ones. He's got okay ratings, some 3.5 to 4s. I don't see it. I don't know. Last shard. This hurts. This hurts a lot. Oh, okay. Let's make some room. All right. I'm gonna be a really, really sad man if we don't get it on this one right here. Oh my goodness. Tagore, great champion. Don't get me wrong. Great champion. I wish I had him a lot sooner than I did. But we've just pulled 12 sacred shards. And I'm now sitting at... Let's see. Let's calculate here. I'm now sitting at 31 shards, which your base 6% rate at 12 up to 12 shards. And then for the next 19 past that is 2% each, 38%. We're on 44% chance to pull a sacred, to pull a legendary from a sacred, and we did not hit it. That is some luck right there. Well, there you have it. Sometimes, no matter how well prepared you are, the game just decides it doesn't want you to get something. And, well, game, I'm not gonna spend to go and get it just because, you know, just because of this. That's just how it is. We'll wait until next time, I suppose. So if you enjoyed seeing my misery, please do like the video, drop a subscribe. We'll be posting more videos here. We stream Raid on Saturdays generally, but all this week and for most of next week, Godforge Alpha Wave 2 is going to be up. So we'll be streaming every day. And you can find the link for that in the description below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see ya on the next one.